So today we're going to be doing the solubility lab. This follows 2.11, which you did the reading for yesterday or earlier today. This reading article follows into this lab. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing the lab tells us to do is to fill our beakers about a quarter of the way with water. So my measurement is about 200, and so I use about 50 milliliters, right? This is not exact because I'm using a beaker, but that's okay. Let me fix that a little bit. Okay. So both my beakers are about at 50 milliliters, okay? They're about at 50. Not perfect, but about. And then it says to add both beakers with twice as much with the vegetable oil as there is water. So because I used 50 mils of water, I'm going to use 100 milliliters of oil here. So I'm going to get to 150. Read it a little bit. All right. I've overshot a little bit because I wasn't being super careful, but that's okay. Let's go this way and get to about 150. Okay. That's about right. So, observe. They're both identical so far. So, observe what you see here. Observe your layers. You should be able to see it pretty well. Let me hold up something real quick. Apparently there's no pause button here, which is unfortunate. Okay. If I use a dark background, you should be able to tell that there are two very distinct layers. Which one is which? Okay. All right. So then, which substance has a higher density? Explain your reasoning. Add a small amount of olive oil to beaker 1. So now it says to add a small amount of olive oil in the beaker. I don't know what a small amount means, but here I go. Interesting. Let's see where it settles out to. Seems like it will settle out somewhere. If you can't see it in the video, it's streaking down a little bit. We'll see what happens. Okay. Next, add 4 to 5 large drops of food coloring in both containers. All right, I'm going to take my pink. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check out how that falls and where it ends up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you see any differences there? All right, so let's see. I'm going to shake this around a little bit and see if anything changes. Oh, check out beaker number 2. This does not have olive oil. Oh, and number 1 finally started dropping. Interesting. Okay. All right. Next, add some dish detergent to beaker 1 and stir vigorously. What do you see? So I'm going to use this dishwashing liquid. It might mean something else, but I don't know. So that is what I'm going to do. Let me find a stir rod real quick. Straws will work. Alright. Let's see here. Alright. So now the dyes are here. It says just beaker 1. So, okay. This is not good soap, but it says to stir vigorously. That was a little bit more liquid than I thought it was going to be. It is what it is. Wow, that looks quite a bit different, right? Record that. What do we see now? Break the first antacid tab in the half. Oh, I'm excited about this. Here's my antacid. Break the first antacid tab in half and drop 1/2 of it into beaker 2. Describe what you see. Oh, this is going to be fun, y'all. All right. So I'm going to hold this up for you to see if you can see what happens. So describe what you see happening here. That might be a better view. It's nice and soothing. Just describe what you see. All right. I'm going to say that is good. Break the other half of the antacid tab into smaller pieces and drop it into beaker 2. Okay. Describe what you see. Whoops. Here we go. So how is that different from the first one? It's a little bit different. So how is it different? You can see that little antacid tab over on the edge working real hard. Alright, it's starting to slow down a little bit. I'm going to go put this down, put this back here, and I'm going to get one more antacid tab. Okay, so, oh, interesting. I want you to see this. I have some pieces of antacid tab floating up top there over the olive oil. Or no, that doesn't have olive oil in it. That one's just vegetable oil. All right. So it says use my cell phone or a flashlight, which I don't have a flashlight on me, so my cell phone. Shine a light underneath beaker 2. Okay. So what I think it wants me to do is this. Add the remaining, hold tab. I think this will work better if I turn off the light. I don't think it made much of a difference, but that's okay. All right. So there's a light going on. So there you go. So obviously, lava lamps are not just olive oil and water and food dye, but it is very similar chemistry. So there you go. This is one that you can do at home as long as you don't hurt yourself on some glass. You could do this in a bottle. So a good oil to use would be some baby oil because it is clear. Yes. What do you see? Why do you see what you see? What is going on with the particles that leads to all of this business that's here and here? This yucky goo mess. All right. And once that is done, we are done with lab 2.11. I'll let this bubble out, and we'll be good. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye.